What's up, everybody? I am back. It's your girl T, not your average podcast in the 716. I have a special guest with you guys today. We are on the Building Buffalo Works. What? The Building Buffalo Network. A guy from the network. He's here. Y'all know him. It's Izzy. What's up, Izzy? And tell everybody who you are, your podcast, and when it drops.
So I am the host of the Redzone Report every Sunday, 7 p.m. on non-game days. So from now until the season, and then post-game show. Usually me and Akeem do that. But yeah, you can find me right here on Built in Buffalo every Sunday, 7 p.m.
How's that show? I've seen some of your the post game. That's hard to do. I've tried to do it. I drink during the games, so it's not a good look for me to do that.
Hi guys,
yeah, I've tried to do it. It's not a good look for me.
It's not a good look for most people. It's hard to pull off.
Yeah, it is. It definitely.
I'm a veteran, so I got experience.
For sure. Let's get into it. The new season has started, but before we move on to the new season, let's discuss going back for last season. Give me your take on 2024 in the season and the team.
I'll try to make this not long-winded.
All right, make it as long as you want, or short as you want, whatever you want to do.
So the Bills last year were rebuilding, retooling, or like a micro rebuild. Jettisoned a bunch of players, Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis. Like the list is long of guys that we lost. And so the Buffalo Bills, according to the media, were going to suck.
Yeah.
We were the 2 seed last year, right? We won 13 games. We would have won 14, but we gave the Patriots that last game, and our backups almost beat them.
Right.
To me, that's coaching, right? That's coaching.
Right.
Like if you're a team that should lose, but you win all these games, and then you get to the playoffs, you beat Lamar Jackson after getting the big break speed off you by Lamar Jackson in the season. Like Lamar in the regular season game didn't have to do a whole lot because Derrick Henry just went the hell off.
He did.
199 yards. Like you can't spell it out. And it looked like it was going to get tough quick because we lost to the Ravens and we lost to the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went on a winning streak. We lost to the Rams. And then we went and beat Detroit.
Yeah.
And then we beat Kansas City. And we were like, oh, this is the team that's supposed to be rebuilding. Their best receiver, who they just traded for, isn't even on the field. And they're still leading the NFL in points. How does that happen?
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? Well, that happens because your quarterback, who has been raw and maturing, is now playing quarterback like a grown man.
Right.
And when I say that, I don't like people will be like, "That's a grown man out there. He's running people over." I was like, "No. At quarterback, a grown man is the guy who dices you and makes the guys around him better." Josh Allen absolutely cooked last year, and his touchdown passes were down. His numbers were overall down, but his percentages, his EPA, was through the roof. And so, coaching, being able to run the ball, having the offensive line, and then getting to the playoffs and beating teams that you should beat, and then almost beating the Chiefs again. Almost,
Right, yeah.
But we weren't supposed to be there. And so that gives me hope for this year because the Bills this year have more assets to be able to go get more high-end talent.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking towards the future in a positive way, even though last year leaves a bad taste in our mouths. But we overachieved. And
yeah. You know what?
You get that moment where you're like, oh, we could get the Super Bowl.
Right.
We could get there. It's like, but we're not supposed to be here.
Right.
Just enjoy the ride. Like if you do more than you're supposed to, enjoy the ride. And be disappointed at the end. I'm not saying don't be disappointed. You want to win, but it wasn't in the cards for us this past year. But we have.
So you would say your expectations high or were they low? Were you just like, it's a retooling? So
I thought we were like thought we could win 13 games. I thought 11 was more likely. When I did my ridiculous before the season record prediction, I had it set 15-2 with the possibility of being 13-5 or 13-4. I was right on the low end. We were 13-4, but I was like, that's going to get picked apart quite a bit, and it deserves to be. But I was looking at teams that we should beat
Right.
The ones that I thought we shouldn't beat were the Chiefs and the Lions, and I was wrong about that because we beat them and we lost to other guys.
Right. Yeah, that Houston game pissed me off.
Well,
that Houston game was just like it was. But it was. Also think that it was one of those that we lost, but we learned from it. Like they had to lose in order to go on that run.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You had to have that down.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And against the true defensive mind in D'Amico Ryans, like D'Amico Ryans for the Texans, defensively, very sound coach.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. He really is. I actually like their head coach. Like I like Houston's head coach. I like Detroit's head coach, and I even like New England's head coach, but I can't like him.
Oh, so you can't like him because he's with New England?
Yes,
because he was a linebacker there, but he was with Tennessee before that, and they were making playoffs like clockwork. And then their idiot GM traded away AJ Brown.
Yeah, and we're getting into some of that, I guess. Free agency is, I guess it's over, second wave or whatever. The Bills picked up their starters, defensive end, defensive tackle, a safety, and cornerback. And they handed out and receiver, right. So they handed out extensions to Josh, Shakir, Rousseau, Benford, and Bernard. And re-signed Ty Johnson, Gilliam, and Reed Ferguson. Now Bosa is with the Buffalo Bills. Oh yeah, I forgot about Hamlin. DeMar.
He was late though.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. He was an overnight. I was like, what happened?
He should have been late too.
Yes, he should have. Bosa now is with the Bills. Are you sold on this move?
At the price point, yes.
Okay.
If you lose a guy who's making $12 million that year for the year, whatever. But it's not that big. I mean, it's a bigger contract than you're willing to give a lot of other players, but at a premier position like edge rusher, whereas if he can stay healthy, he can give you 12.5 sacks. I mean,
gotcha.
The juice is worth the squeeze as long as you don't bruise the orange.
Right. I get you. You know what? If you can stay healthy, and like Sean McDermott said, they brought in a different guy with the strength and conditioning coaches, and maybe he will not be playing as much as he did with the Chargers and limited his snaps with us. I can see this move working. Quite honest with you, I was good with not signing Bosa. I was definitely on the Myles Garrett train.
Everybody
was like, but then I was like, it's not. I don't know if it's feasible for the Bills to go and get this guy for this money, and then you still have to make all of these other signings. How is that going to work? You know what I mean?
Part of the reason why the Browns didn't want to trade him is that they would have had to pay all of his bonus money. Like all of his guarantees, they would have had to come out of pocket for. And so we would have just took on the salary.
Gotcha.
And so he might have come to the Bills and not asked for a new deal. But because he had to stay with the whack-ass Browns, he's like, if I'm going to lose, you're going to pay me to lose. You're going to pay me quarterback money. And they gave him quarterback money. They gave him $40 million a year.
That's insane.
Yes.
That's insane just to be on a losing organization because he hyped up the whole, I want to go from this to this. And I don't know if the whole time he was just saying it just to get more money.
No, man. Like, I think that he really wanted out of there. And then the money was just too good to not. Like, how do you pass up $40 million a year? Like,
that's generational.
Like, eventually, your stance is smart until it's stupid.
Right.
You know, once they make you look stupid, you have to not be stupid.
Yeah, because you're going to walk away from that. It's like you're going to walk away from all of that when I'm giving you 45, and you're like, nah.
The Bills ain't doing it. The Bills ain't paying you $40 million.
No.
They were keeping that contract until the time was right to re-sign you, and then that was it.
Right.
But
now, was there any surprises from you from the free agencies and the extensions? With the Bills?
No, because I watch a lot of other Bills content. You know, like I watch Locked On Bills from now and then. I watch the Fanatics sometimes because Rico and Pierre, they're fun.
Yeah.
They got some knowledge over there too, but they're hype.
Right.
Like, the split star over there. They pump me up sometimes. AFC's roundtable. My man Dan Mitchell, who I've met in person. He's a good buddy of mine. We talk all the time. And I get a volley of opinions, and some of them I'm like, eh. But one that was really intriguing was Josh Palmer to the Bills, because he does have a really high win rate when it comes to his route running.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if he's going to be like the next Stephon Diggs or something like that, where, he just takes off. But I think he could take off from the whole 600 yards. He could put up 1,100.
Now, how old is he? He's 26, right?
26, yeah, I believe it's 26.
He's still young, and he was behind two other wide receivers. So
every year he was behind two guys.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, and then I forget who they had with Keenan Allen there. He was the third
Wasn't
guy.
it Mike Williams at the time or no?
Mike Williams, yeah. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. And then it was the last year before Ladd McConkey, it was Mike Williams and Quentin Johnson.
Mm.
And then this year it was Quentin Johnson, Ladd McConkey.
Gotcha,
so for every year he was there, he was the third receiver, period. Not to say he didn't get his piece of the pie. For the third receiver, 600 yards is good. That's good share. But I'm telling you, like, if he gets here and he gets open like he's supposed to, and Josh being able to read the field like he's been reading the field, this guy could be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, their coach, is it Jim?
Mm-hmm.
He had nothing but nice things to say about him. I mean, he said he gets great separation at the point of a great step. So I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do with Josh. Like, and not even that. Huh? I'm sorry.
And Jim was a quarterback.
Right. So, I mean, if anything, he knows. Mm-hmm. So so I'm excited to see what he can offer this wide receiver room, because people are disappointed and upset that the Bills let go of Mac Hollins. And I was like, guys, like, I get Mac Hollins. I get he's a character. I understand it. But Mac Hollins is not, we need a different guy. And the Bills, the Bills set their market. They give you what they think that you are going, what the range is. And if you don't fit into that range of money, they're good of letting you go. Mike Hollins wanted money, and plus he wanted to go back with Josh. Why am I not think of his name?
McDaniels.
Yes, thank you, Josh McDaniels. Where he had a
best
great
year
right. Him, yeah. So why wouldn't I leave? You know what I mean? And plus, the wide receiver room over there is not great.
Yeah, and then you got Drake May, who's a solid. He looked good last year. Mm-hmm. I hate the Patriots, but I live here in North Carolina, so I got to watch some Drake May.
Gotcha. And, that's right. He played in North Carolina, right?
He played at UNC, about an hour up the road.
Oh, okay. All righty. So, I mean, the draft is less than a month away, and Brandon Beane does well, I guess, and others have concerns. Mm-hmm. How confident are you in the Bills addressing the defense position in this draft?
Well, the Bills have 10 picks, and so this draft is loaded. Mm-hmm. And I have my guys that I like to see the Bills go after, but I'm also not a professional scout. So if they pick somebody who I didn't want, I don't have the chops to really sit here and dissect what they do. I wanted Josh Rosen in that draft if we were going to take one in the first round, and if we didn't take one in the first round, I wanted Mason Rudolph. They took Josh Allen, and like a lot of Bills fans, I was confused by the pick, but I was willing to sit here and be like, you know what, that's their guy. If they're going to die on that hill, they'll die on that hill. And if it turns out to be, the golden goose, and it is, and here we are.
Do we even have a backup? Oh, no, they signed Mike White, right?
Trubisky.
I mean, but didn't they sign Mike White too? Yeah,
he did a futures deal. So, yeah, he's with us still.
Is Trubisky still with us or no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right.
Trubisky's like Josh's BFF forever, though. So
yeah, I mean, I don't care about your BFF. I mean, not listen. If Josh goes down, that's our season anyway. But
so give him a backup who's gonna, help him.
Right.
His job is basically to rein Josh in and be an extra QB coach for Josh. That's basically his job. Yeah, for sure.
Let's stay on the draft. Besides defensive tackle and defensive end, what position do you think, besides those two, is another must on the defensive side?
Defensive back.
Okay. So, DB. Now, it just came out that Brandon Beane has not shut the door on Douglas. Mm-hmm. Might bring him back later on. Are you good with that?
I'm okay with it. I mean, I'd rather him than Dane Jackson.
Oh, what? Yeah, yeah.
I'd rather Russell Douglas than Dane Jackson. Yeah.
And that my question for Mike was: is Jane in the chat? I said, is Dane Jackson better than Douglas?
No, absolutely not.
Like, why? So I know you could probably get Dane on a cheap, and maybe that's what it was.
Veteran minimum.
You got him on the cheap because he went out and got his money because the Bills weren't going to pay him. No. So he went to Carolina, got his money. They let him go. The Bills, like, he worked great in our scheme. If only he could just freaking turn his head. Oh, God damn it. He kills me with that.
He grades out well when he plays in Buffalo. He graded like trash in Carolina. If you go to PFF and look at the grading system, he was in the 30s PFF grade-wise.
Wow.
With the Panthers. He was in the 50s and 60s with the Bills. So his grades in this system, per that metric, much better in Buffalo. But he still allowed a passer rating of 101 when targeted. So that's not great.
No. Every time against Miami, they would target that side of the field because we had Trey White. Well, they didn't want to throw on that side of the field, and Dane Jackson was I was just like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
It's because Dane's slow, though. That's why. He ran a 4.6 840. Like, he's not a fast corner at all. He's a depth corner at best. Yeah, he's a slow corner. Yeah, he's not fast. Remember when we played the Chiefs in the 13-second game?
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It was Levi Wallace and Dane Jackson. Both guys ran
you're right.
slower than 4.6. They had Tyreek Hill, Byron Pringle, Miko Hardman. They had
you're right.
Beat with speed.
That's when Trey White was down, right? Trey White was out. He was hurt.
And the only reason why we were even in that game is because Gabe Davis decided to take it over.
Yeah.
That was the only. That's the only thing that kept us in that game was Gabe kept shredding whoever was right in front of him. He kept getting man-to-man coverage for some stupid reason. Spagnuolo didn't know how to stop him. And
they didn't really know too much about Gabe at the time.
I mean, he was a second-year player. They knew. And once you're in game, and the same guy keeps burning you and burning you and burning you and burning. He scored 4 touchdowns.
Getting behind your safeties and everything, and just like
you got to do something.
Freak? Yeah,
like 4 touchdowns to this one dude. Like, all right, Diggs, get one. Like, stop doubling Diggs. Like,
okay,
focus on this dude because he's clearly the speed guy here.
Yeah, for sure. Were you shocked they let Kyer go?
No,
this year.
No, he's just not a scheme fit. He's a press man only corner. He can do some zone things. He's too handsy, and
Yeah, I just thought his time was. I thought his time was. When I knew he was gone when they had to put the boxing gloves on him in training camp. I was like, this is a confidence thing for him, and I think after this year he would be gone. And they kept him one more year, and I just thought they would keep him because of the cost control.
Yeah.
And he's still in his rookie contract, but I get it. I get why they let him go.
I think he's a perfect fit for Dallas because they run a lot of press man defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they send him to a place where he can succeed.
Yeah, and then he went over there and talked junk, which is crazy.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What did he say? I didn't even hear what he said.
He said that, oh my God, what did he say? I was never put in a position. They put me in the back seat. Something like, I'm paraphrasing, like it was never good for him to succeed with the Buffalo Bills.
I mean, that's true because they drafted the wrong type of receiver, corner for this defense. They only took him because he was the last guy with a first-round grade. They traded up for him, and then thought that they could fix him or mold him into what they need him to be, but he's just not that guy. Some dudes just aren't that guy for you. And I hope he finds success in Dallas. Not too much because I hate Dallas, but
being kind of said, he said that's on me because I think it was a reach for sure. We all knew, and I'm not even in the draft all like that, but I seen, and then I went back and I'm like, this guy is not a fit for the Buffalo Bills.
I mocked him to the Bills because I didn't think anybody else was going to be there, and it turned out to be right.
Wow.
I mocked him like 5 times to the Bills.
Wow.
Just because I thought McDuffie I knew was going to be gone.
Yes, and that's everybody wanted. Everybody wanted McDuffie, and I was seeing that it was either he was going to go to the Chiefs. someone else he said, some other team. But I was like, damn, if he goes to the Chiefs, that's going to be a great fit. And wouldn't you know it? He went to the Chiefs. So
that's a great fit.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is a great fit. I heard something on Sal Capaccio's podcast. He said the Brandon Bean doesn't really draft players from Michigan, Ohio State, and Alabama. That's crazy, don't you think?
So, having never have done it and not doing it ever, I think are conflated. I think those guys end up going really early in the draft.
Okay.
Right. And then sometimes the position that you need coming from that school just isn't there for you. Like this year, Bama's got one guy with a first round grade, in my opinion. And it's the linebacker, Jihad Campbell. That's not on our need list.
Gotcha.
Like, we don't need a linebacker.
Right.
We maybe later in the draft you take one, but like, we need a defensive tackle, a defensive end, a corner, maybe a receiver. Receiver's kind of a stretch there. I don't know if we need a receiver, but I know we all would like a receiver.
So, and where would you get that? What, 6th round?
Receiver? No, I'd probably go in the 2nd or 4th.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I know they just had, what's his name? Isaiah Bond.
Yep. From Texas.
Yeah, meet with the Bills.
So Bolden is actually still at Texas. So, funny thing, my best friend's a Texas fan, we've been friends since early in the Army days. He's I went to the University of Texas Stadium to go watch a game with him.
Oh, okay.
In a Bills hat and a Texas shirt. Like, just,
oh, wow. Okay.
Just having a good time. And I ran into a Bills fan while I was there. It was pretty fun. He was a vendor.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
We are.
But yeah, this year their receivers were Bond, Bolden, and Golden.
Wait, isn't Golden supposed to be a top?
Yeah, Matthew Golden.
Yeah. Wow. And then
Bond is in this draft, but they still have Bolden at Texas.
Oh, okay. Confused them. Got you. And then what's his name? Worthy is from Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is weird.
They make receivers. They make fast kids in Texas.
Sheesh. Well, I wouldn't be mad if we got a field stretcher. I'm not gonna lie to you. Our wide receiver room. Are you fine with our wide receiver room right now?
I'm fine with it. I think it can be improved, but I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Right. The defense is really what scares me. Like, we went to the playoffs last year, 2nd seed, with Mac Hollins leading the team in touchdowns.
I know.
I'm less worried about the offense than the defense. Like, fix this defense, because this defense went from top 5 every year to then 2023 we were like 10th, and then this year we were like 18th.
So let me ask you, because this is my thing. I think because when Sean McDermott had the defense more aggressive, and you knew that he was going to do stunts, and he did a lot of different things, right?
That was a 1-year thing, though.
Yes, but rookie defensive coordinator. Do you put any of the reason why the Bills defense took a step back is because of Bobby Babbitt's first year being a defensive coordinator, or no?
Partly.
Okay.
Partly, but I think that the downgrade in talent was evident.
Okay.
Not just that, but the fact that Daquan Jones coming off that injury last year, this year just wasn't the same guy he was last year when he came out. He was a killer.
Yeah.
Until he got hurt. And then he came back, wasn't back
not
yet.
The same.
And I don't know. Hopefully this year he can get some of that luster back. And I know people were like, he's 33. It's not happening. Calais Campbell's 39.
And he had a phenomenal season last year.
With Miami. And that's us recognizing a great player on the Dolphins. Okay.
Right.
For a defensive lineman, that doesn't matter as much when you're on the bigger side of things because you're not fast to begin with.
Right.
So that for that guy, it's all about power. It's all about power, strength, and precision. We're not looking for Daquan to go out there and run a 40-yard dash or bend around the edge. We're not looking for the Von Miller stuff or the Joey Bosa stuff or the Myles Garrett stuff. We're looking for
push.
Push up the middle. Does he trust that pec now? Like, because he tore it. What was his bicep or his pec? Something in the shoulder and his arm. And he just wasn't the same. He still hasn't been the same. And it's like,
even when he came back, I'm glad he was back. But I was like,
because he was better than the rest still.
Yeah.
He's still better than other guys.
Right. And the one guy I'm looking forward to like making, because when he came out, the rookie Dwayne Carter, like
Lil
when he
Wayne.
first started, what I'm sorry?
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I'll call him Lil Wayne. When he first started, he was all right. Like he was, making progressions. Then he got hurt and he came back. Also came back. He came back not well too. So I say this to say, yeah, I say this to say because I think Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott know they're going to have to make some moves in this draft when it comes to the defense. The defense is letting you down, even though Josh and what is his name? To tight end
Kincaid,
didn't connect on that pass, but it still was a defense letting this team down. And I think they realized they need to do something more than just on the offensive side of the ball. This defense has to step up.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many 30-plus point games did the Chiefs have this past season?
They didn't have it a lot.
One.
And against us.
No.
No, we had to. Oh, no.
I'm talking about the regular season.
Oh, regular season. Yeah.
Regular season, they had one. And even going into the playoffs, one.
Yeah.
That was against us.
Yeah. Yeah.
This defense is not holding up the way it should. And why is that? It's because you lost Hyde and Poyer. So the best safety duo in the NFL came to an end. Everything, does. The corners were fine. I mean, Razul took a step back, obviously, but Benford was a dog.
Yes.
So clearly, the number one corner from last year, Douglas, ended up becoming the 2, and Benford became the 1.
Right. I mean, they just swapped.
Yeah. Taron Johnson, still a dog, but he got hurt a couple times.
Yeah, he's took
Lewis a step. And Ingram did a good job stepping in for him, but grand scheme of things, the talent level and the level of backups that we had, I mean,
because our backups are like quote unquote our starters.
Yeah, at times,
DeMar Hamlin is not a starter. Do you think DeMar Hamlin's a starter?
No, he's a depth piece. Like he came back at the veteran minimum, basically. He's a depth piece.
Yeah.
To me, this year should be Taylor Rapp and Cole Bishop.
Yep.
But watch out for that Derek.
Forrest. Yeah, I like him too. I like him as well.
I saw some of his tape.
Yes, he's a hitter, and he's
athletic.
He knows where the ball is. He knows where the ball is. Let me ask you this, because I've seen this on different podcasts. I'll say Cover One, where they say that
I'm fine with Cover One. I
am too.
They have their moments where they piss people off, but everybody does.
I've seen where people say that they're not a good mesh. Cole Bishop and Rapp.
I would kind of agree with that because they're the same type of safety.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking one of them to cover deep, but they're both really at their core box safeties. Right?
Gotcha.
They both blitz well, but Rapp is nowhere near as athletic as Bishop, so you're going to put him to play back deep. And he did a pretty good job of it this past year.
And you've seen Bishop, too, playing at the line.
Yeah, he's always done that. Even if you look at his tape at Utah, he played at the line a lot, and he blitzed a lot.
Yeah.
But
that's why I can't wait I can't wait. But what?
But like this defense isn't as simple as Utah's. Obviously, this is an NFL defense.
Yeah.
Right? So Utah, hey, go get him, right? And if the Bills say, hey, go get him, then you've now simplified the mission.
Right.
Red turtle shell, and hit the quarterback. But he's being asked to do things that he should know how to do, but it's going to take some time, possibly, or should have taken some time, and now he should be able to grasp it better. Safety is not off the table for the Bills this year, but if it is, it's not to replace Bishop. It's probably to replace Rapp to give Bishop a true deep safety. However, Rapp has everything except the athletics.
Yeah.
Like he's got the instincts.
He's
a hitter.
Smartish.
Yeah.
He just knows. He's just not athletic at all. He's a really good safety. He's just not. Yeah, you're right. He's not Jordan Poyer. He's not a Micah Hyde. Like Micah Hyde, to me, for both of those, I thought Micah Hyde was the better safety when it came to it. The two
when it came to
together.
coverage, yeah. When it comes to coverage, Micah Hyde was definitely the better safety. But when it came to instincts at the line, it was definitely Poyer.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they could both play both. Like if you watch
Yes.
Hyde at Green Bay, Hyde played like the hybrid linebacker slot. He played the safety. He played everything. And it was weird what they did with him in Green Bay. Like wherever he was, he made plays, and that's why he got the big contract up front with the Bills, and why Poyer didn't. And Poyer kind of had to gradually get his money.
Right. Man, we said we were going to miss them when they were not here, and we do. We do. I mean,
but if anybody's going to be the safety whisperer, it's the safety whisperer himself, Sean McDermott.
Yes, Sean McDermott for sure. I wanted to talk to you about the Williams, because I'm hearing
which Williams?
Dorian Williams. I know Dorian Williams. So Matt Milano took a pay cut, or not take a pay cut. Well,
he took a pay cut with incentives, and then he chopped his contract off after this year, basically, so that way they can re-sign him and push his money down the road if they want to. But like it's complicated. But yeah,
do you see him fitting into this defense with the Buffalo Bills? Do you
Dorian?
see him? Yeah. Or do you see him get ball, see ball, get ball type of a player?
He's that. But here's the thing with Dorian Williams is that he is a linebacker in the old school form. Right? Mm-hmm. He's more of a run defender. He can do a little coverage, but he's not great at it. He's a throwback to like a Takeo Spikes.
Gotcha.
Just, when you thought Takeo Spikes, you didn't think interception.
No.
You thought ass, back, neck. Like he was. That's the order in which your body was hitting the ground. Ass, back, neck. Wow. Oh, okay.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
He's a throwback to that type of linebacker, even though he's smaller than that type of linebacker, because Takeo Spikes was like 255. Like he was a big dude.
Yeah, he was. The
Speaking NFL. Go ahead.
No, go.
So this is gonna be long. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and throw your point there.
No, go. You good?
Okay, so the NFL as of right now is shifting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's shifting in what direction? It's shifting towards the run.
Yeah.
Right. The NFL was going pass, and you had all these quarterbacks who 45 touchdowns and 5,000 yards, and losing in the AFC Championship game or losing the divisional round. Or you see some team who can run the ball, and all of a sudden that team that can run the ball just kept the ball out of your quarterback's hands, and you lost the game. And the Bills seem to be becoming ahead of the curve when it comes to that on offense, obviously, with James Cook having 18 touchdowns this year. And like the Bills ran wild over the NFL, as did the Lions with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. They ran over the NFL. The Ravens with Derrick Henry ran all over the NFL. The Eagles with Saquon Barkley. What do all these teams have in common? They all made deep playoff runs.
Right.
They all made deep playoff runs. Why? Because they were able to sustain balance, keep teams on their toes. Because if you're able to stop my quarterback for a few times, go deal my running back, and then we'll go back to that.
Gotcha.
Right? If you become one-sided, then you can't really thrive in the NFL. And now teams are moving towards the run, which is why you're seeing guys like Saquon get that $42 million deal that he just got for 3 years. And now you see James Cook demanding $15 million per year. And you see Derrick Henry making all that money per year now, even though he's 30. The point is, teams are starting to run the ball more, and running backs are starting to regain some of the value that they've lost over the last few years. And when you got teams going out there, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, or 2 receivers, a tight end, and a fullback's coming back.
Yeah, they are.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, they
are. You need 3 linebackers.
Now, did they sign the 49ers? Did the 49ers
so you
sign
got
him
Milano,
back?
Bernard, and then when it's you're breaking up a little bit on me.
Did the 49ers sign Husek back? Speaking of fullbacks?
Use check. I don't know if they did. I hadn't seen anything about it.
Okay, I'm sorry to break you up. Go ahead.
I'm gonna refresh my page because this is breaking up a little bit. I'm gonna refresh real quick.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so I just wanted to know, because he said that the running backs are coming back, and we have hold on, he's back. There we go. You see me?
You see me?
Yep, I got you. You good?
We have frozen.
Is it me? Let me see. Let me see if it's me. Oh, you know what? I think it's me.
I can see you, but we're
You
breaking
can't-
up here.
All right, hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay. I'm connected. You hear me? Oh, no.
Yeah, but it's bad.
Is it bad? Oh, no. Okay, it's cool. It's cool.
It's rough.
Is it rough? All right. So this is what we're going to do. I guess we're going to have to cut it because this is bad. He can't hear me too much and I don't want to mess anything up. But Izzy, if you can hear me, let people know where they can find you.
I blame Spectrum.
I know, right? And I'm up in the attic and I got my box right here. So freaking A, man. But as long as you can tell people where you're at, can you do that for me? No? All right, we're cool. So guess what, guys? Let me remove Izzy real quick. Hey, so this is Not Yours Podcast in the 716. I'm your host, T. I don't know what happened, and I'm sorry we had to cut it short, but please check us out on the Building Buffalo Network. I'm on Thursdays. Izzy is on Sundays at 7, and I'm on Thursdays at 2. Peace out, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to try to get Izzy back on the show again so we can do this again. Peace out, y'all.